So we finally got our first look at DC's new film, Shazam. Now this film's been pretty interesting because when DC announced their new slate of films a couple of years back or so, you looked at that list and you saw that they had Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Flash, Aquaman, all these kind of movies that you expected to see, including of course a new Green Lantern film. Then they also had this Shazam movie. I was kind of surprised to see that they would be going with such an unknown character and so early on in the piece. I wasn't expecting them to announce a Shazam film. And yet funnily enough, this seems to be the film out of all in their roster that DC and Warner Brothers seem to have pretty much a decent amount of confidence in. After BVS and Justice League underperformed, there were definitely questions put on all the other DC films about whether they would go ahead, and while everyone else outside of the project, all the fans and everything, seemed to have real doubts about this movie, DC and Warner's never seemed to have any doubts. They seemed pretty confident about what they had here. And now from watching this first teaser trailer, we can finally see why they were so confident in their idea.
Say my name so my powers may flow through you.
But I don't know your name, sir.
Shazam.
Are you for real?
Say
Okay! Shazam?
Not only is this film so different to everything else we've seen in the DCEU so far, in this day and age where we've got an oversaturation of superhero movies, it's rare to see something so different come along. And with Shazam, it looks like we've got something new and fresh. Now a lot of people question the casting of Zachary Levi as Shazam in this film, and even myself as someone who's a fan of Zach's work previously on, of course, Chuck, his TV show, even though I was super happy to see him as part of the DCEU, it was definitely unexpected casting. And again, watching this trailer, we can now see exactly why they chose him for the role, because he is perfect for it. When you think
This means Billy!
What is happening?
You're the only person I know that knows anything about this Cape Crusader stuff.
Can I...
Oh, yeah. That's crazy, right?
When you think of actors who are like a big kid at heart, that's exactly who Zachary Levi is. This role seems to come so naturally for Zach, whereas a lot of other actors would have overplayed it or just not been able to make it seem as legitimate as he does here in this trailer. His chemistry with Jack Dylan Grazer, who we also see a lot of in this trailer, is great, and they really work together, bounce off each other well in the trailer. So
What are your superpowers?
Superpowers, dude? I don't even know how to pee in this thing.
Can you fly?
If I quit your realm, I still rock Mercedes. If I quit this season, I still be the greatest.
You okay? Why are you talking?
So there's also a few references to other DCEU heroes scattered throughout the trailer. In
What would you
particular,
pick? Everybody chooses flight. You know why?
So they can fly away from this conversation?
No, because heroes fly.
in particular this one scene where we see, of course, Batman's Batarang, we see a bunch of news articles talking about Superman, and we see, of course, a few images from the events of Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, this kind of stuff. There looks to be a little, what could be a Superman kind of action figure on the shelf or something here. The other one, of course, is that he's wearing a Aquaman, or a t-shirt with an Aquaman logo on it. This one struck me as kind of odd because I didn't know that anyone would be selling Aquaman merchandise in this world, of course. Aquaman was fairly unknown at the start of Justice League, and I guess by the end they're all pretty well known as the heroes who kind of save the world and all that. We knew that people were selling Superman merchandise in this world because of after his death and all that, and finally seeing him as a true hero. And Batman's been around for about 20 years, so we would expect that maybe people would be selling merchandise on him as well at this stage. Aquaman is definitely kind of like the new hero, and he was fairly unknown, so the fact that someone's already made an Aquaman logo and a shirt in this world is quite unexpected. But it's cool to see the different references to the other heroes and see confirmation again that this film is set within the DCEU. It is quite interesting and exciting to think of the possibility of this character, Zachary Levi's Shazam, teaming up with other DC characters of the Justice League in a future team-up movie or Justice League 2 or whatever. Obviously we're not going to see that probably for a very long time if we ever do see another Justice League movie, but if we ever do, it'll be cool to see this character introduced because, like I said before, this character is so tonally different to every other character we've seen in the DCEU. He's probably, I guess, closest to the Flash, who was probably the comic relief in Justice League, but even more so than that, he's kind of the next step up on that. So it would be interesting to see how this character would work in that kind of dynamic. There has been all kind of rumors flying around about maybe Superman might make a cameo appearance in this. It is very exciting now to think about that possibility of somewhere down the line in the distant future, maybe we'll get some kind of team up movie or a Justice League 2 where we'll get to see characters like Shazam and Green Lantern as well join the team and mix and match with these other heroes that we've kind of got to know already.
AM to the PM, PM to the AM.
You have super strength!
So overall, I'm pretty impressed by this trailer. I wasn't as negative about this film or expecting it to be as bad as other people probably were, but I think this film, it really looks like it's going to be a ton of fun. It also looks like it's still got those epic kind of superhero qualities that you'd expect from a movie like this. But at the same time, the main thing I took from this trailer was just how funny this film is going to be and how naturally funny it's going to be.
Your phone's charged. Your phone's charged.
I've heard a lot of people talk about how the humor in this trailer just wasn't forced, which is a great thing. When you think back to Justice League and even the Justice League trailers, there were funny moments and there were some good funny moments in that, but there were a lot of other times where the humor felt quite forced. It felt less like it was naturally there and more just kind of like they were just trying to respond to complaints about the previous films being too dark and serious and all that kind of stuff. It's cool to see that Shazam has now come out and it's just natural comedy. There's nothing forced, it just all works, and it looks like that's going to be one of its strengths, is just how funny this movie is going to be. Everyone in the cast who we got a good look at in this trailer seems to really be nailing their roles, and in particular Zachary Levi. There aren't many actors out there who could have played this role as well as he seems to have done. Now, this is only a teaser trailer. It is 3 minutes long, which is possibly the world's longest teaser trailer, but we do get a good look at Zachary Levi and his portrayal of the character, and it really seems to work. We're finally seeing now why Warner Brothers and DC seemed so confident about this film, because it does look like it could be a real hit on their hands, and it is something so different, so unique to everything else they've done. It looks like something different, something fresh, and something really entertaining and fun.
You have bullet immunity!
I'm bulletproof.
You're dead.
Sorry about your window,
Have a
but
good night.
you're welcome for not getting robbed. Oh, hey, what's up? I'm a superhero.
Okay guys, that's about it from me for this teaser trailer for Shazam. Let us know in the comments below what you thought about it. Did you like it? Did you not like it? While you're down there, remember to subscribe and like and do all that kind of stuff that you need to do. And while you're there, hit us up on our social medias. They should be on the screen and in the description below. And yeah, until next time, I guess I'll see you later.